road again. Currently going on Highway 53, heading north in Minnesota, passing through the small township of Canyon. I'm just on a short drive, taking it all in. So I head towards Meadowlands. In the meantime, some great things have been happening. The SAG strike, the Screen Actors Guild, the strike is over. They've come to a deal. It ended at this morning at 12:01 a.m. It ended. That means the actors can get back to promoting their movies. They can get back to working on their movies, so some of the halted projects and television shows can return. And the biggest hope is that they got a good deal. They got a good deal for pay, for residuals, and probably one of the bigger things they were worried about, that even as they were negotiating, all the talk around artificial intelligence, which I still think they're using that term incorrectly. I think AI is an easy term to use, but I don't think it necessarily pertains to what's going on. I think it's just a form of software, basically, and algorithms that can create imagery, recreate an actor's likeness, and even generate words for a screenplay. Everything has to be based on something that's already existing. So to me, that's not really artificial intelligence, but that's what they're calling it. That's what everybody wants to call it right now. But hopefully they made a good deal that will shut down any attempts to use artificial intelligence as a replacement for background actors, and also put some restrictions on the use of a deceased actor's likeness, which has been done before, but it's always been done with permission. It sounds like the studios were maybe trying to get by without using the estates and the family's permission for deceased actors. It sounded like they were hoping to just do whatever they wanted. It sounds like that's not going to happen now. Now, it sounds like there's going to be some restrictions on that, and it's for the better. I don't know if, there's been instances already of movies using artificial intelligence, they say, but, recreating a actor or background actor's likeness with CG. They've been recreating it already to terrible results. It doesn't look good. So you almost have to wonder, is it even worth the cost? Is it worth it to use someone in the background and fake it, have a fake CGI actor in the background, versus just hiring some other actors to do it? Well, it looks like there's going to be restrictions on that anyway, which is good. These studios need to be whipped into shape. So now we're on 133, headed to Meadowlands, and it's hunting season right now. The other day I was actually on these roads, and there's a lot of deer on the road. A lot of deer. We saw at least 8 deer on the way to a game. So surprising. And I was like, it's good that it's hunting season right now, but it sounds like this year in Minnesota, unless I have it wrong, but what it sounds like, there's no doe hunting this year. You can't get a doe. You can only get a buck, and you can only get 1 buck. Each hunter can get 1 tag, 1 buck, no does. Which kind of surprised me, because it's meant to, hunting kind of goes hand in hand with population control of deer, and better people than me are watching for that, deciding the numbers. But when you're on the road and you see that many deer on the road in the midst of hunting season, you do have to question. I mean, there's probably a reason for it, I'm sure. Like I said, I'm not a hunter. I went hunting maybe a few times when I was a kid. I think I've really only ever shot the gun once. Never really killed anything. It's never really been my thing. Not against it. I could very well give it a try someday. I've thought about it, but you know, it takes dedication. It takes a few weekends away this time of year, and you know, it's not something that I've put enough effort into doing at this point. So I don't know much about it, so there might be a good reason as to why I see more deer now on the road versus the rest of the year. Maybe the packs are moving away from where they know hunters are due to, you know, the noise and everything. But regardless, it's like, man, there's a lot of deer out, and man, it makes me wonder, like, why is everyone only able to get a buck this year? I'm not sure. I'd like to look into that and see how that's all decided, and to see where they think the population is at right now. But all I know is that I'm watching this road, because this is the road pretty much all the way to Floodwood and beyond. Really got to keep an eye out, because for as many issues that this car had previously, it's been running well now. It's been doing great. Actually, there's a few trucks parked right there, so they're probably all hunting right now. But this car's running good now. I don't need a problem with the exterior now from smashing into a deer. There's some more trucks parked. Nice. Case in point, it's a little bit after crossing the Whiteface River. Some of them are looking at me right now, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then in the distance over there, it looks like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's at least 13. There's probably even more, but look at all of them. All packed up right there. It looks like a lot of them are does. So those aren't for the hunters anyway. Damn, that's a lot of deer. We're not too far from the road either. Crazy. Here's the famous railroad crossing, double railroad crossing. You got one, and then just a few feet up. A few feet. This is like probably 100 feet or more away, but here's the other one. And then you make it. Your Meadowlands. There's our water tower.